After years of waiting, the moment has finally come. Solo Leveling is getting an anime, and fans all over the world are in for a real treat. In the world of Solo Leveling, humans called hunters gain magical powers that allow them to fight against terrifying monsters inside dungeons. These powers appear after something called an awakening, which can happen randomly at any age. Hunters are the only ones who can stop magic beasts, and each of them belongs to one of 6 different types. Some are made for pure combat, while others protect or support the team. Today, we'll go through all 6 types of hunters in Solo Leveling, with examples of the strongest characters from each class. Let's get started. Fighters. First type of hunters are called fighters. As the name suggests, they are built for battle. Fighters are experts at hand-to-hand combat and deal huge amounts of damage with swords, axes, knives, or even their bare fists. They also have strong defense and endurance, making them well-rounded warriors who lead the charge. One of the most famous fighters is Baek Yoonho, an S-rank hunter and guild master of the White Tiger Guild, one of Korea's top 5 guilds. His special ability allows him to transform into a humanoid tiger, boosting both his strength and speed. He can even transform specific body parts, like his hands or hair, when needed. Another powerful skill of his is the Eyes of the Beast, which lets him measure the strength of enemies with his vision while also boosting his reflexes. Another great example is Cha Hae-In, the Vice Guild Master of the Hunters Guild. She is also an S-rank fighter known for her lightning-fast swordsmanship. Her ability, Sword Dance, allows her to strike faster than the eye can follow, and she has 2 deadly moves, Sword of Light, which turns her blade into pure light for cutting power, and Quake of Provocation, which shakes the ground to damage enemies. Interestingly, Hae-In has a strong sense of smell when it comes to mana. She finds the scent unpleasant in both hunters and monsters, but Jinwoo is the only person who doesn't smell bad to her. Majest. Second type of hunters are called mages. These are the most versatile of all classes. Mages specialize in using magic spells to attack from a distance. Their attacks are usually projectiles powered by different elements like fire, water, ice, or lightning. However, very few can master lightning because it requires extreme skill. Mage hunters can use 4 types of magic: elemental magic, curse magic, summoning magic, and barrier magic. Elemental magic lets them fire off blasts of flame, ice, or water. Curse magic weakens enemies by placing debuffs on them. Summoning magic lets them call creatures to fight by their side, though most mages can only summon 1 or 2 at a time before running out of mana. Lastly, barrier magic is used for defense, creating walls of energy that can protect allies or trap enemies. The strongest mage in Korea is Choi Jong-in, Guild Master of the Hunters Guild, known as the Ultimate Fire Mage. His flames are powerful enough to destroy tall buildings or wipe out entire groups of monsters. His unique moves include Flame Spear, which summons spears of fire to pierce enemies, Flame Prison, which creates a burning net to trap opponents, and Flame Dragon, a swirling dragon of fire that incinerates everything nearby. Another example is Kyumi-K, a Japanese S-rank mage who specializes in ice magic. K can instantly generate massive walls of ice for defense, and he's quick enough to keep up with assassin-type hunters. Like Hae-In, he is extremely sensitive to main ascent, so he often wears a heavy mask during raids. Assassin-Chi third type are assassins, who are known for their unmatched speed and stealth. Assassins are agile, lightning-fast, and deadly. At close range, they typically fight with small weapons like daggers and hidden blades. Their most iconic ability is stealth, which makes them invisible by erasing all traces of their presence. This allows them to ambush enemies or escape unseen. One known assassin is Kon Taishik, a B-rank hunter in the Asakation's surveillance team. He is so fast that he easily defeated Song Shi-yeol. Even though Song had received a strength boost, Taishik was skilled enough to clash evenly with Jinwoo early in the story and resisted poisonous attacks without slowing down. Another assassin is Ichi Isawa, a Japanese S-rank hunter from the Draw Sword Guild. While little is known about him, he proved his speed during the Jeju Island raid, where he moved so quickly it looked like he was flying. Together with K, he wiped out large numbers of ants with almost no effort. Healers' fourth type of hunters are healers. As the name suggests, their main role is to restore health. Healers specialize in healing magic, but they can also use buff magic to enhance the strength, speed, or endurance of their allies. However, since they don't focus on offense, they depend heavily on other hunters for protection in raids. One well-known healer is Lee Joo-hee, a B-rank hunter and one of Jinwoo's earliest allies. She treated him multiple times and even boosted his speed with a haste spell. But the strongest healer by far is Min Byung-gu, an S-rank hunter. He could instantly heal even the worst injuries, like regenerating Dongwook's arms after they were torn off by the Ant King. He even saved Hae-In from the brink of death. His healing is nearly unmatched. Byung-gu also had a unique skill called Disguise, which allowed him to hide himself like assassins do with stealth. The difference is that Disguise makes the user invisible but unable to move. Ranger's fifth class is Rangers. These hunters fight from a distance using bows and arrows. Unlike mages, they don't use magic for their main attacks. Instead, they rely on physical skills. Rangers are responsible for covering their teammates' blind spots during raids. The only known ranger is Limit Tae-gyu, an S-rank hunter and guild master of the Fiend Guild. He is Korea's top ranger and doesn't even need a physical bow. He can create arrows of pure energy that deal massive damage. His arrows pierced through the Ant Queen's tough skin, proving just how lethal he is. Tankers. Finally, we have tankers, the defensive wall of any raid team. Tankers use shields and heavy armor to absorb damage and protect their allies. They can also use a special ability called Taunt, which forces enemies to focus their attacks on them. However, Taunt only works on weaker opponents. One example is Yoo Jin-ho, a D-rank hunter and the loyal vice guild master of Jinwoo's Jin Guild. Even though he's not very strong, Jin-ho showed bravery by protecting civilians and enduring brutal torture without breaking. For a true powerhouse, we look at Ma Dongwook, an S-rank tanker and guild master of the famed guild. Dongwook blocked attacks from the Ant Queen herself and kept fighting even after the Ant King ripped off his arms. His unique ability, Gigantification, lets him double his size, making him even harder to take down. Conclusion, and there you have it, the 6 types of hunters in solo leveling: fighters, mages, assassins, healers, rangers, and tankers. Each type plays a unique role in raids, balancing offense, defense, and support. If you're wondering why we didn't talk about Sung Jinwoo, that's because he doesn't fit into any of these classes. He's in a league of his own. But that's a story for another video. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss more solo leveling content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.